It's time for me to bring the room down because we got to do an update to a story I covered a couple weeks ago about a certain person that has become a huge controversy in the anime community. And of course, I'm sure most of you know by now, I'm talking about Vic Mignogna. Oh boy. Oh boy. I talked about this a couple weeks ago on the Anime Mavericks. I've done a couple of soapboxes since then. And oh god, has this situation absolutely exploded since. Like, it has turned into an utter shitstorm in the last couple of weeks. Several things I can update, we can talk about here. Now, I'm going to bring that up, Cure. I'm going to bring that up. Couple of stories that come from ANN is what we've had. One voice actress, Samantha Inoue Hart, who had her rental home door damaged back on the 18th. Now, when the problem that she had was that when she posted about it on Facebook, she had used pictures from a previous swatting incident that happened back in 2016. And of course, the internet went wild on her, claiming that because those photos were faked, her claims of being attacked were fake. It's still iffy, but it's been officially reported, and we have a police report on the ANN article showing that, yes, she did report this. But, of course, again, it's a lot of people have been debating whether or not this actually happened to her. So it's very iffy right now. Now, the other big thing is, of course, as Cure Crystal brings up, Monica Rial. Monica Rial has also posted her story about the situation, her encounters with Vic Mignogna, and unfortunately, she has become one of the biggest targets of Vic's defenders. Like, the #1 target with a bullet. They have harassed her. They have threatened her. They've doxed her. I've actually seen people posting her actual address on Twitter. And I'm actually in her fan group right now, and I've actually reported to their admins, letting them know about this. But yeah, people have been actually posting her actual address and phone number on Twitter. It has been that bad for Monica. Now, to be fair,
not cool.
No, not cool at all. I don't care if you're a defender of Vic or not. That ain't cool. And fair being fair, a lot of Vic's defenders were even calling these assholes out for pulling this shit. They're like, no, we don't like Monica, but what you're doing is wrong. So, to all those that did that, you got my respect, okay? If you were calling out this asshole for doxing her, you're cool. Even if you don't, regardless of where you stand. Now, to be fair, both Monica Rial and Jamie Markey, yes, I know that name comes up a lot in my circles these days, have made some pretty nasty comments on Twitter, which I can understand. I don't defend them doing that, but I can understand why, because they've been harassed to death and back, and you can only take so much before you just snap. But, yeah, they have, because they have made these comments, the Vic's defenders have been just ripping them apart on Twitter. Like, I know a lot of you guys in the chat right now don't follow this situation, but I do. I've been following the hashtags for this situation. Kick Vic, Stand with Vic, and one other that we'll get to here in a minute. And they have just been absolutely ruthless. Now, again, playing devil's advocate here, even though I don't have the button, the people on the Kick Vic side of this argument have not all been saints either. There have been issues and troublemakers on both sides of this argument. But when you look at the hashtags, it's pretty evident who's causing the more of a stink. The Vic defenders have just been constantly going crazy. I would say it's a case of quality over quantity, but even then, the quantity of the I Stand with Vic side has been so overwhelming that it overshadows just the worst that the Kick Vicers have done. And the other big thing is that, for those who don't know, Vic has been removed from Funimation. He was dropped from a recent role, and they have severed all ties with him. And they've confirmed that they've done their own internal investigation. And he is gone. A lot of VIX defenders have basically been calling bullshit on this investigation. It's been insane, and the biggest update to this, the one that's really going to get people's eyes perked up, is that a YouTuber named Reddica Law, who is an actual attorney that's been verified, has offered to basically help Vic file a lawsuit. And Vic has taken that offer. Vic apparently has gotten legal counsel with Reddica, and he is planning to file a lawsuit. We don't know who he's suing yet. We don't know what he's suing for. I mean, assuming defamation of character, most likely. But a lawsuit is coming. We know this for a fact. This has been confirmed. He has stated as such himself. A lawsuit is coming. And honestly, while I don't like the fact that it took Vic to file a lawsuit for this to happen, but this was inevitable. A court trial was coming. Because when this trial is done, one way or the other, this issue shall be settled. The truth will come out, and everything will be done. But the hate, yeah, Cure, you have no fucking clue. You really don't. You have no clue. Because here's the thing. Like, for the sake of you guys' sanity, I've created a private channel specifically for the Kick situation on the Discord server. And we've got a couple of Vic's victims. You know, again, acclaimed victims. They're the couple of his accusers in our server. And trust me when I say I've heard their story. I've talked with them many a times, and the pain they've gone through has been unbelievable. But the hate that has come from both sides of this argument has been unfucking believable. To the point that a lot of voice actors have spoken out. Not against Vic himself, but against the hate and the vile and the outright bullying that's been going on. And I'm going to play for you a video here. I have a video that's queued up here from several voice actors who have spoken up against the hate that's been spewed out. And I want you guys to watch this in its entirety. I normally wouldn't do this, but for a situation like this, I think this is necessary. So I want you guys to take a look at this.
Hi, I'm John Swayze.
And I'm Brittany Karbowski. In recent weeks, our little nerd community has been shaken up. There have been revelations about stuff, rebuttals about stuff, and hopefully reflections about stuff.
But unfortunately, the dialogue has turned divisive and disrespectful, and most recently, dangerous. There have been threats, real threats, threats that are both unhelpful and unhealthy, but also irrational and illegal.
But wait, we don't do that.
That's not us.
We're nerds, not bullies.
We don't threaten each other.
There's no place for that here in Nerd Paradise.
We are a family.
We nurture each other.
We share with each other.
We celebrate each other's weirdness.
We lift each other up and we protect each other.
We are better than this.
So remember, be good.
Be nice.
Be aware.
And most importantly,
be there for those in need.
Be there.
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 So yeah, be there. Now, I wish that was the message that I could send through that hashtag. However, as Diehard points out, the VIX defenders have ruined that immediately, within days of that video going out. And this is where I'm going to call out the I Stand With Vic side. Like, flat out. Just calling their asses out. And I've called them out on Twitter on this. There have been a couple of YouTubers out there two of them in particular, I'm going to flat out name. Hirohei and Chambers of the Heart. These two in particular have decided that this video was not worth listening to. Because they have decided that they're going to turn this around and throw it back in the faces of these people, these hardworking voice actors, in order to spin their message and push their agenda even further. They have decided to pick apart this video and say, oh, it came out because Vic was filing the lawsuit, which I have proven on Twitter that is bullshit. The video came out on February 19th. Vic did not confirm the lawsuit until February 20th. Therefore, to say that this was in response to the lawsuit is 100% bullshit. And this, because of this, Vic's defenders have been flooding the hashtag, changing it from just be there, as in be there for each other, like the anime fans that all of us in this stream tonight are, and have decided to turn into be there in court. Because that's how they feel. They are so willing to just ruin a positive message for their own fucking agenda that it sickens me. It fucking sickens me. Even if I was neutral, or even if I was defending Vic, seeing that they have turned this message of peace and love and turned it into a message of hate is disgusting. And every single one of you assholes out there, I hope they see this. I'm going to clip this. I'm going to cut this out of the video. And I'm going to post this online because I want every fucking one of you assholes to hear this. If you put that out there, if you took this message of peace and turned it into a message of hate, you should be flat out ashamed of yourself. I don't care whose side you're on. If you decided to do that, you are disgusting. You are sick, and you are nothing but bile. I am done playing nice with you. To all those who didn't and have been trying to promote that message of peace, and I've talked with several of them. I have talked with several people who have been defenders of Vic, who have been nothing but respectful and nice. I want to make that clear. I am separating these two sets of people. If you have been respectful and have been trying to promote the hashtag for a purpose of peace, you have nothing but my respect and my admiration. I like the cut of your jib, and I hope that you have a nice, peaceful life. But to those of you who have been doing the opposite, for those of you who have been going out there and pushing your goddamn agenda by using this message that was supposed to be of peace, go fuck yourself. Because you missed the point entirely. You don't want to play nice. You don't want to be civil. Fine. Fuck off. I don't want to hear a thing you have to say. Because you obviously are nothing but whiny, petulant children who don't give a damn. I'm still standing up for the victims, but I'm going to be civil about it. This is the angriest I will get because I'm sick of you assholes. But to everybody else, let us have a calm, civil debate like we should have started with. Can you tell this has gotten to me after dealing with this for the last 2 to 3 weeks now?
Yes. Sorry, Darcy, get quiet.
No, trust me, I understand completely.
Like, okay.
Again, Mike, you've kind of seen this because you've been in, or actually, both of you have been in the channel. You guys have both seen this. I know you haven't commented much, but I'm sure you've checked those chats every once in a while and seen what we've had to deal with.
Yeah, every once in a while. I'm not doing as much. I have to, because Discord lags out on me. But sometimes so I don't have it up as much. But yeah, I try to pop in every once in a while and see what's going on for updates. And other people on other social media you've been posting me with updates too.
Yeah.
So we've been keeping an eye.
Like, again, I don't mind if you're defending Vic. I don't agree with it, but I'm not gonna hate you for it. But this is just unbearable. That you take something that was just meant as a peace offering, not to end the debate, but to end the hate, and you still hate it for it.
You know, it's like really, it's like, you know, the thing that the voice actors are speaking about, like you said, it's the hate, it's the not cool, it's the doxing. You know, it's like once that shit starts happening, it's like, well, everybody sit down and friggin' chill. You know, it's
Yeah.
like stop giving in to the cesspool that is Twitter. You know, with all this stuff, and like start go ahead and think before you type.
Yeah. It's exactly what it is. And it just, unbearable. But I'm going to leave it there because if I keep going, I'm going to be raging for the next hour. We don't need that here. We don't fucking need that here. But now you know where I stand on this. You understand. I'm sure a lot of you, again, I'm sure a lot of you don't want to know more about this, and I understand that. Yeah, and somebody give Mars Girl a fucking hug because that woman's been through hell because of this shit. Seriously. All right. Honestly. Gotcha, man. We don't know what's going on. We know Vic's getting a lawyer, but we don't know who he's suing yet. I'm sure. Yeah, Tyler. Yeah, you know when I get that pissed off, you know something's up. You know it's bad when I get that pissed off. I don't get that pissed off very often, but that crossed a line for me. Anyway, let's get off that topic. Let's end the news for this week. Honestly.